Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Hannibal Smith, the 18, fantastic. Grew up with it. Got nothing to do with this video though. Apart from the fact that I recorded a video earlier, I need to come home, go to upload it and find out that audio was completely out of sync. So that's modern technology for you, or well, technology that's 2 years old. A few weeks ago I did a video about a quote by George Bernard Shaw called The Unreasonable Man. I shall fiddle about with YouTube and get a link put to that about there. Yeah, about there. So you can go and watch that video. It's a great quote. But I was just going through my my big blue book of things I've been writing down for years and years, and I was searching through for some quotes from a book called The Peaceful Warrior by Dan Millman, which I read some years ago, and there was an inner circle training about it was mentioned in fairly recently, so I got to thinking about it, and I was going back through it, and I came across another good George Bernard Shaw quote which I wanted to share with you. But then this started sparking about, because I was reading through stuff that I'd written down 3 years ago, and I thought, wow, this is great stuff. But most of the stuff I write down is stuff that I find interesting, so I'm always going to think that when I look back. And it reminds me of something that I blogged about. The guy who wrote the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, which is John Maxwell, he talks quite regularly about the fact that it's not experience that teaches us and guides us and leads us to success. It's evaluating your experiences daily and understanding what they mean and trying to take some meaning from them. It's not just experiences, it's understanding them, putting them in context, learning from them. That's what matters and leads to success. So make sure that you write stuff down, or you ponder, or you review what's happened to you on a daily basis, and it's a good idea to write things down as well. So back to George Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw, here's my George quote of the day, shall we say. If I can find it, here you go. Forget about likes and dislikes. They are of no consequence. Just do what must be done. This may not be happiness, but it is greatness. So I'll just repeat that again. Forget about likes and dislikes. They are of no consequence. Just do what must be done. This may not be happiness, but it is greatness. George Bernard Shaw. What's he talking about there? Well, he's telling you that if you really want to get on, if you want to do something amazing, then you've got to get out of your comfort zone. You've got to get out of all the things you're comfortable with, all the things you like. For instance, if you want to really exercise and you hate exercise, or if you want to lose weight and get better and improve, you've got to get out of going, oh no, I don't like that. You've got to just do it because you know it's right. Now the greatest proponent of doing what was right, in my mind, was again one of George Bernard Shaw's heroes, Gandhi. There's a picture of Gandhi that hangs in his bedroom, in George Bernard Shaw's bedroom. George Bernard Shaw's house is actually up the road from here. And Gandhi, what did Gandhi manage to do? Well, he managed to do something in a few years for a country with millions and millions of people. What the IRA and other terrorist groups around the world have failed to do over centuries. And that's bring independence and respect to their country. And there's a lesson that every group or every country that wants some kind of independence, or everybody that wants recognition, can learn from Gandhi. What Gandhi did is he didn't do what he liked or disliked. He did what he knew was going to be right to achieve what he wanted to do, which was basically bring happiness and compassion. And everywhere he, well, not happiness and compassion, bring compassion and understanding everywhere he went, because happiness doesn't necessarily lead to really what you want in the long term. He understood that he had to get out and do things and do stuff through peaceful protest. And Gandhi, apart from getting rid of likes and dislikes, he, like George Bernard Shaw, exercised every day. Gandhi believed that it was absolutely vital that you spent 40 minutes every day doing some kind of exercise. And Gandhi managed to do that every day of his life, up until he was shot and assassinated in his 80s. See, old age didn't get him, sickness and disease didn't get him. It was, a disagreement, political ideals, in the end, what he was protesting against. But he lived a great life. He left a fantastic legacy, and he got millions of followers. And he could have done anything he wanted to. But what he chose to do was, bring his country and raise his country up in a very grand way, without having to rely on rhetoric and religion and getting up people's noses and causing wars. He did the opposite of that, which some people didn't like, but there are always some people that actually prefer wars. So, today what I want you to do is I want you to evaluate anything you've learnt, write it down. I want you to think, if you're going to be successful, you've got to do stuff outside of your comfort zone. Emulate people like Gandhi. Exercise. George Bernard Shaw had an exercise bike, and he lived to a ripe old age in great, great health and great, great mind. So exercise, be successful, get out of your comfort zone, and evaluate. Bye for now.